It is the 10th of May, 1939, and Czechoslovakia has been reduced to a rump state in the mountains. The Germans are expanding, and we are getting mildly concerned at this point about their rush and pressure eastwards, and we will have to see how that all works out in the end. Meanwhile, I have taken a look at how to send air volunteers to China, and I have found absolutely nothing. So I don't know where that decision is supposed to be. I am still suspecting... Oh, there it is! Okay, I just had to reload the game. Well, there's that then. Or I completely missed it the last time and I'm blind. But, okay, so I can... What do I need to do? I have 100 fighters in stockpile. So let us literally just disband an air wing and send them over to China. Because we have the political power to do that. We have a... What's our current fighter stockpile? There isn't any. So let's disband a couple of air wings. I mean, these fighters are maybe not the experienced ones, but these two are fighter air wings. That would be 140. So if we disband those two, they're untrained. They're pretty much untrained anyway. That means we should be able to send them. Yes. Okay. So we will. We get 5% war support out of that, and China will get some. We'll get some air. There we go. Done. Okay. And we're still short, obviously, but we do have, and yeah, I think we're also short on, we're also short on close air support. We haven't really done an awful lot with air production just yet, but we are making our way towards industrial modernization. That means we can do a bit of a flip. Unfortunately, it's going to take a year to get to a concentrated industry 4, which is what we're currently working on, and we can, however, switch the construction 4 back on once the research bonus is available, and just and the 2 year ahead of time penalty reduction is available, which is going to happen in 70 days. King Zog submits to Italy, so suddenly Italy is over here as well. We are concerned, and we are starting to have medium tanks. We've got 146 medium tanks. Why are we having 146 medium tanks? Oh yeah, we've got a fair amount of them by now, actually. We haven't gotten any heavy tanks yet, but the A20s are being produced. I am actually going to reduce that to 3, such that the next round of production goes into... Oh, actually, we just do it the other way around, like that. Okay, so the next military factories will go into heavy tanks, and we may actually have to throw a couple more into infantry equipment as well. But we'll do that. We'll do that once we're done with the PPSH 41, and we'll start to have actually some better guns. Right. Our spies are working on this, but it's still going to take until June to infiltrate the Air Force, and then we can start looking into stealing some blueprints or something else. And other than that, we are still constructing factories as quickly and rapidly as we can to increase our mobilization, but in the industry. But once that focus is done, then that's going to be it for now for the industry tree. And we're going to start focusing on foreign politics. We've also started building I believe it's called the Bug class of destroyers. And these are actually mines. These are mine layers. So we can use them in the Baltics to lock up. And we're also going to transfer some to the Black Sea to make sure we are going to lay some mines. But that's about it. We definitely need to ramp up our air production. That is a big topic. Italy pursues closer bonds with Germany. That is not great either. Italy has joined the German Reich. Oh dear. But the Turks the Turks would like a renewal of the non-aggression pact. Yes. I'm happy with that. I don't really need to go at war with Turkey at this point, because that'll just open up a lot more borders that we need to defend. So friendly ties with Turkey is fine. We'll go with that. Yeah, so Italy and Germany are now together, and the plot thickens. But the Germans are now proposing the Molotov-Ribbentrop pact. So the two politicians, foreign ministers, are set to create a treaty to alleviate the doubts that we've been having. So the fascists in Berlin may not be trustworthy. This pact will allow us to deal with Finland, Baltic states, and Romania without fear of outside interference. So yes, like I said, this is allowing us to clear out our spheres of influence. So we'll deal with Finland and all these guys and these bits down here, and that'll all be part of the Soviet Union. And yes, we will gain. We will sign the treaty with the Germans. There's a hidden clause in that we'll get Eastern Poland in case Poland decides to unfortunately collapse on itself. And okay, yeah. So we've done that. Molotov-Ribbentrop is signed. Is that giving us anything? I think it's not in here. So with the threat in Europe reduced for now, we can focus again on armaments expansion and securing our spheres of influence, as well as helping out the Chinese against the Japanese incursion, which seems to have made some significant advances since I looked last time. Yeah, we might have to do something about that, lest the Japanese become too powerful. But we'll see. Well, we'll see how that goes. There's not an awful lot we can do right now. However, the next focus again is industrial modernization, and I think I found where the T-34 was. What was it? This is the IS. So that's a more modern one. Let me see. Can I just find it in here? Okay, that does not work. It was somewhere around. It was somewhere here. Here it is. Superior War Machines. This will produce the T-34. So, unfortunately, I still need to actually go down this tree completely. So that's the army tree. Mechanical engineering and Superior War Machines creates the T-34. Improved medium tank chassis. Let me quickly check where we are with tanks. So that is the... Is that the improved? No, that's the basic medium. So this is the 1940 medium. Okay, so we still got a little bit of time of doing that. We're still ahead of time. So we'll do the foreign focuses first, and we'll use the A20s for now. We will actually be building some more advanced light tanks at some point, but that's the 1941. I'm thinking of doing the, what was it called? Hang on. The T60 light tank. Okay, and to see if we can maybe design that thing. Let's have a very brief look at the tank designer and see what kind of things we could build. We could build out of this. So right now we've got the BT-7A, but if we were to start from scratch, let's see what kind of thing we could build here. I think the Soviets were mostly using diesel engines, which give us reliability, but at the cost of speed. So we're going for welded armor, and I think the Christie suspension was a bit faster, but costs one more IC to actually build. So let's just stay with the bogies. We could put a 3-man turret onto that for additional breakthrough, although I am... Like, light tanks are sort of... Like, what would be the best light tank that we could build? So, for small arms, we could use the improved small cannon. The close support cannon would be more of a howitzer, but light tank with howitzer is a bit weird. The autocannon is inferior in every way, so I think the small cannon 2, so whatever that is, like it's 45 millimeters, 75, I'm not sure. We could do like that, and we could give it a radio, and then basically just pump up give it a machine gun or two. Let's give it two MGs. And then we could, I think that's pretty much actually the BT-7A. We could push that speed up a little bit. And yes, obviously armor is pretty low, and we could only ever get to 4 armor anyway. Okay, so maybe once we when we reach the 1941 tech, then we'll go for that. But in the meantime, I actually have a lot of naval experience that I could use, some of which I could use to improve some doctrines here. We are in the fleet in being, which I think is not where we want to be. I think we want to be on trade interdiction. The problem is our doctrines are really expensive. So. And then we could do convoy interdiction, or this would be surface raiding. Yeah, so basically this would be the submarine path here. Alternatively, yeah, this is all. We've got some submarine tech here in the fleet in being. Or we could go down this convoy. Alternatively, the other thing we can do with the naval XP is refit some of the ships that we have. So I don't think we have... What's our AA tech? Yeah, we're not yet at the 1940 AA techs, but we could probably just improve the AA and some of the ships that we're having. So let's see, what do we actually have here? We could refit a couple of submarines as well. I think we have a bunch of Leningrad. We've got a bunch of submarines. These are submarines. Which one is this? These are the. This is the Arctic fleet, basically. We could send a couple more submarines up to the Arctic, I guess. We can upgrade that one, so refit that, and then get these assigned to the Arctic fleet. We've got two destroyers here. They can go to the Baltic fleet here, and we've got the submarines in the Baltics. All of these are terrible submarines, but we do have a Buk-class destroyer. Let's see what else we've got. 2 of the Marats here in the Baltics, and the rest is just old destroyers. I am going to get that one to be separated out, and that is going to be a mine layer. That's probably a mine. It's going to be a mine layer force. And then what we got here, another Marat. We've got some early cruisers, another Buk that can go into the mine laying. Oh no, this is Black Sea. It's fine. We'll send them up north first. And we've got a couple of submarines in the Black Sea as well. That is probably not terrible. It's an ocean tile, so that's decent. And what is this here? And I think this is the one we just wanted to refit. Yeah, refit that in Crimea. Okay, so we've got that under control, but we can see if we can refit some of the old the battleships, and I don't think we've built any of the Kirov class cruisers. Can we have an overview? of all the ships that we have. I think it's not that easy. But I don't think we have any Kirov class because we were just starting to build those, and I've cancelled it because we were... Yeah, this is all early cruiser stuff. So we're going to have to actually look at light cruiser. Yeah, these guys. These can mine lay as well. But we can give these guys some anti-air. And can get another anti-aircraft gun here that just reduces the speed a little bit. So okay, unfortunately, so this is the Comintern class. Okay, Comintern class. So can we create a variant of that? Okay, that just does that. So I need to copy paste Comintern class. Can I? Yes. Copy, and then we'll add that, and that is the Comintern class revision 1. Or we're just going to call it Comintern class A. There we go. And then can get another AA module here. And we can actually stick some cruiser armor on it. Yeah, might be not too terrible. And these are secondaries. We don't have dual purpose secondaries, so this will do. So that's the... Oh, that's actually a mine layer. It doesn't need any armor. There we go. Comintern class A. So that. The Czerwona Ukraina class. So we're going to refit that one as well. It's a light cruiser, which also has no armor. So that thing can get some armor. And better AA. And ditch the mine for more AA. And save. And then we'll call that A. Save that. We've got the Marty class. Do we actually have any Marty class? I'll have to check. Yes, we do have, but we can refit these to the more modern anyway. So we don't need that to refit that. So let's go over to the Marat class of battleships, and these guys can get better AA, more AA, and more AA. So they're basically anti-aircraft platforms at this point. And this is the Marat class A. Okay. So we can probably refit a whole bunch of things here. Oh, about the destroyers? It's fine. They're probably not going to be worth it. So we can refit that. We can refit the Oktoberskaya, and we can refit that thing to the Czerwona Ukraina there. I hope I'm probably mispronouncing that terribly. That's a Marat that can be refitted, and that's the Comintern. So we get the Comintern class A, and that is just other stuff. Okay. So we've got that out of the way, and I don't know if I can actually... We're gonna get as Chief of Navy, commerce rating, convoy rating experience, naval reformer. Don't need decisive. Maybe, yeah. I mean, we could get him. I'm saving up my political power right now, but we can get him eventually. But we will need to live with the fact that our doctrines are super expensive, I think. Unless there is something in the focus tree that does that. Doctrine. That reduces... Okay, military political advisors does that. And this one does that as well, but not for the Navy. Positive heroism, no. That is way, way, way below. So I'm never going to get there in time. So I might as well just spend the naval XP for some naval doctrines. Which brings us back here. And the question is, do we want to go down here, this path? I don't think it gives me an awful lot, so I might as well just spend 120 naval XP and switch over to a trade interdiction, because literally that's all we're going to do. Like, this whole thing here is not going to do an awful lot, because we're not really going to have any carriers, and we're not going to have a grand battle fleet. So we'll switch over to trade interdiction. And we make our submarines a bit better. It's going to do one, and we don't have enough for another one. So that's at least that's out of the way. Is there, since we decided, what is giving my submarines the best night fighting? Probably because we're submarines. Okay, there we go. Done. That's out of the way. All right, where were we? We've got 90% stability, which is great. And the Molotov-Ribbentrop pact has been sealed. A toast to our new German friends. What could possibly go wrong? And I think we've completed the infiltration of the Air Force. So that's good. Close that. And we have no operations available because now we need to rebuild the Intel networks. So you off to Berlin. And you assist over there. And then we'll try to start. We might actually, yeah, we may actually go for. I'm gonna just get the blueprint stealing for now because it cost me 5 factories, and I need those factories for other things, like constructing more factories. To be honest. And how else are we? Oh, the other thing I wanted to check: how much of an anti-tank. Not an awful lot yet. We've got lots of RT, but not an awful lot of AT. Towed anti-tank. Yep, it's not an awful lot. How much if we were... So can we give the... Where's my guards division? This one. This one needs support AT, maybe. Or line anti-tank. I don't like the organization of these units. We might switch. How much is this giving me? So this will give me. So get piercing up to 29, and adding a support anti-tank is getting the piercing up to 25. That's 30. No, how many ATs is that? 24, and adding it here is 36. I could switch out one RT for line anti-tank. I think that's not a bad move. So let's see. Let's see how much that would. 800. We only have 500. That's okay. We'll start equipping the guards divisions with line anti-tank already. And the regular divisions at some point will get support anti-tank weapons, but for now I think they are right. And that means we have some anti-tank to produce. Yep. I mean, these anti-tank guns are terrible anyway. And the AA guns do some as well. American and British gunboats were attacked by Japanese aircraft. Oh dear. Yeah, the Japanese are trouble, aren't they? I'm not sure if China is doing anything sensible with my fighters. I hope they do, but it looks like the Japanese are pretty unstoppable down there. But we're not yet ready to get involved in any kind of foreign wars. There's another decision that I haven't been paying attention to. Where is it? We could build this. No, steel mill. I've already unticked that. Oh, it's radio propaganda. Nah, I'm good for now. We don't need propaganda just yet. We'll deal with that as we go. Because I think war support is one of those things that has been changed relatively recently. How are we still recruiting? Yeah, we are still recruiting all the guards divisions, and we're still recruiting everywhere. How many tanks medium tanks do we have in storage? Almost 200. Okay, railway guns are finished. How far are we away from here? Okay, we're 10 days away. I think I can leave this for 10 days. And then we can switch to construction 4. Actually, that's just 1.48 years ahead of time. So it's an interesting decision. This is going to give me, so industrial modernization is going to give me the 2-year ahead of. So give me the 2-year ahead of time penalty. And 100% research bonus. So what I could do is I could just use the research bonus here to get construction 4 out of the way. I think I'm going to do that. And then use that to get... yeah, I was planning to use that on concentrated 5 anyway. So I need to start this anyway, such that I don't get the 2-year ahead of time bonus wasted on this one. So we'll start this one first. and in 10 days the modernization kicks in. And then once the concentrated 4 is done, then we'll use the 2-year ahead of time bonus to do concentrated 5 early on and kick the Soviet production into absolute overdrive. Right now, factory output is at plus 81%. Obviously, we need to get off free trade at some point, but yeah, our factories are good. Let me put it that way. Okay, so once that is done, what am I going to spend the next political power on? Actually, that's a good question. I am going to probably change conscription. Conscription. Do I have anybody here, or I could get the I could get Khrushchev as political commissar, but I think I like the elusive gentleman better. Yeah, we'll get the elusive gentleman first, but we have 3 civilian factories. So let's build, I want to get the civilian factories up to like 100, how many have I construction? 3. I want like this to get up to like 150 maybe. And but we're also going to need more. Let's improve the infrastructure here. But we have a lot of building slots, and we can start building military factories here, and then also infrastructure here around Moscow. I think this is Moscow, is it? We'll just maximize the yeah, that's the Moscow district. We'll maximize the infrastructure everywhere, and build up a bunch of military production around here. And there as well, and then we can add some more civs here. Okay, that I think is a good sort of mix between things. Infrastructure, civilian, and military factories. Go, go. What did I say I was going to do? Put the elusive gentleman next, and we can switch over to the foreign policy tree once the we really need to ramp up the air production. How far are we? We're still in 1939, so airplane tech, this is 1940 airplane tech. We're just slightly ahead, but I am keen to try to steal some blueprints from the Germans and see if we can make that happen. That would be awesome. I just need the blueprint stealing is almost done, 4 days. So they need 50%. Yeah, they're not yet at 50%, so it's all good. Okay. Because the elusive gentleman also makes it cheaper to... So that's done. And industrial modernization is done. Nice. So now we have we've got the production efficiency cap plus 5, the retention plus 10, which means that switching is actually less expensive. So we should now have, yeah, we've got an efficiency cap of 90 now, but the retention is now better. So that actually allows us to, when we switch tech, to retain more production efficiency. Okay, so let me quickly check if there's anything else I need to do. There are a couple of more things here, like there's a 5%. This one is really good actually. But it's another 70-day focus, and I'm running behind here. So I think this needs to wait, and we need to... the thing is, all these industrial focuses, I think they go... yeah, so once we're at war with a major, none of these is going to be available. This one is, but none of these down here. So... I think these all are no longer going to be available. Yeah, because this is all 5-year plan modifications. I think the rest isn't. So now that we've gone through here, I think these are not dependent on the. No, we still need to. It's one of the following. Yeah. Okay. Is it peace with a major power? That is right. Okay, so there's some stuff that we can do here down here anyway. But this would give us like fuel silos, some steel casting and things. It's nice. We've also got another research slot somewhere. I think here. Yeah, that's another research slot. So we do need to get to superior war machines. Unfortunately, these are 2 70 days and a and a 35-day focus. This is, yeah, probably this one, and then we can go through. Okay, do we need? No, this needs the PCDI, so we need to go here. So 35 to 270s to get to the T34s, and we still need to do the medium tank chassis, so we're a bit early. Anyway, Comintern it is for now. We are starting to focus on foreign policy. That is what the Soviet Union is doing now, and constructing. How's our production looking? Yeah, we are starting to build the KV-1A, the heavy tanks, and we will get the KV-2 as well. Actually, advanced machine tools is done. Nice. So we're not going to do this because that would obviously that was obviously unnecessary. We're going to wait with this 2 year ahead of time until concentrated is done, and then go for concentrated 5. So now we can move over to some other texts that need doing, like what else was I gonna have? Yeah, I was kind of gonna go for, I was gonna get logistics companies, I think. These are still ahead of time. We also need to do armor protection. It's because we haven't done any research here. These are still ahead of time, but we still need to get through the through these upgrades. We're not doing naval techs, and there are plane techs that we need. I am thinking of the heavy machine guns to do next, because I don't know what we're going to be getting, and heavy MGs are pretty good, I think. So we'll research these for now and see where we get at. We are going to need the designers, so that's probably what I'm going to go for after the elusive gentleman. This one will be really useful for supply construction, but we're not doing that just yet, so this is just what we're going to have to work with. Anything that I need to do here? Oh, we get the high yield decision. No, that's too expensive right now. We're going to disable these for now. I don't want to do those right now. Comintern is going to give me political power, so that's amazing, and that opens the road to the foreign policy. So Spanish Civil War commitments is gone. I can't remember what that was, but it is no longer there. And we have a bunch of these are the port guard divisions, so they're actually going to go into a separate army, which can go into a separate group. So this is the this is going to be the coastal we'll call it militia, or just we're just call it militia in general. So here we're going to throw somebody in. Do we still have somebody? Yeah, you'll do. And I don't think I have any field marshals at the moment. I've got Budyonny, who's cowed by Stalin, so he may as well take care of that for now, until he's no longer afraid of things. So, these guys, you are going to do area defense, and I would like you to ensure, for now, that all the ports around the Black Sea area are secured against any foreign incursions. So that's what we're gonna start with. Yep, so you do only port defense. How many divisions do you need for that? 6, and you've already got 9. So we can also start giving you the northern areas, and that's 7. And this port, the ports here in the north need obviously to be assigned as well, just to make sure that nobody gets any funny ideas here. Okay, and that would need 10, so you're almost there. Good. How many am I training? I think I'm getting another 10 or so. Yeah, perfect. These should be quick to train, so good. That's done, and that hopefully makes. I mean, this is single divisions. We're going to get more divisions in while they're relocating. And obviously, yes, these guys need to train until they're finished. Why have you? Oh, we've signed a peace deal with the Turks. We no longer need to do that. You're fully trained. You're fully trained. You're fully trained. You're obviously fully trained. You're fully trained. And you are training. Okay, good. So all my divisions, and I've got more divisions. Oh, this is more 3 of those. All right, there you go. So a bunch of those are done. Comintern is almost finished, and we almost have the 150 for the elusive gentleman, such that we can start the operations against the Germans to try and steal some blueprints. So that's him, which is going to give us another operative. And then then we will start. We do need Zhukov as master assault expert, which reduces the doctrine cost. But unfortunately, there are interestingly some in here who can do interesting things. You can do rocket research speed and things. Oh yeah, that reminds me, the Katyushas need to happen. Did I do the... No. Okay, so that goes after this one. We need to start making Katyushas. Just because. And how many of the A20s do we have by now? Where was I? Where were they? A20s. 224 A20s. I think I'm going to start designing a medium tank division. So if we take this one, and we are going to duplicate that. And I have no idea what that's supposed to be called. So we're going to call it M for medium tank. And that would be... we should have a medium tank symbol here somewhere. Or is it just automatic? Let's see. Back. So if we were to change these to medium tanks. Medium tanks. I know it's not an ideal size, but we need 250. We can almost build a division out of that. So, but this is an 18-width division, which actually makes no sense. So let's make this a little bigger. And yes, we are working with motorized for now because we don't have anything else. So we've got 6. I would like these to be at least 30 width. So let's make these a bit chunkier. Now we've got 8, and we are a bit short on org. So 28 and 1 more motorized, 30 width, perfect for now. And then we will start. Actually, this is terribly unbalanced. I don't like it. Let's remove these and remove those. There we go. So I removed one too many. There. Okay. 30 width, 30 combat width, medium tank division. Yes, the symbol is changing. Nice. Okay. And we will start adding self-propelled artillery and probably tank destroyers and things onto these. But for now, that would be the first. Actually, I'm gonna have to take a look. Give me a second. Okay, this is actually really weird because this basically says mechanized corps. This is not a corps; it's a division. So what we're going to call that is that. We're going to call it tank division. There we go. And maybe I can actually turn it into. It's fine. We'll start. We'll start with armored division. That's what's going to be our basic armored division. So save that, and we're going to start training these things. And we'll see. We get like 10 of those or something. It's going to take forever to build, but maybe we'll start off with 5 then, to be honest. Just to get them out faster. Let's get five armored. I hope that's correct. This is from Google Translate. If it's wrong, don't blame me. Yeah, let's build. Actually, in fact, you know what? Build these one at a time, and just do this. Just do it like that. So we make sure that all the equipment goes into one, and we get them out as quickly as possible. Okay, I think we're about at time. So the next steps, we're obviously doing Comintern now. So in the next episode, we will probably we'll start with Baltic security, and that's the 35 days, and then Baltic claims. and then secure Leningrad. So that's the path we're going, which means the territorial expansion of the Soviet Union has begun. And since we signed a pact with Germany, we are going to get all these things here sorted out. But we might be at war with the Finns relatively soon. So it's a good idea to... No, we don't want to go across the lakes there. That's stupid. But what I'm thinking is getting these... get these tanks. That should actually do it. While we have them, the light tank divisions can literally push towards Helsinki, because the terrain here, well, it's mostly forest, but there is some open spaces here. So if we can push along the side here and get the tanks to occupy this territory, we should be able to push towards Helsinki. How are we supply-wise? Yeah, there are supply hubs along the line. So we can push along the supply lines here towards Helsinki, in case the Finns decide not to give in to our demands. And we do need, however, to do some work around the supply infrastructure here, because it is horrible. So that said, we can always work around supply problems, can we? Just ingenuity of the army. Anyway, that's it for me today. Thanks everybody, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.